In February 2026, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency and the National Fish and Wildlife Foundation announced $44.2 million in new funding for the Chesapeake Bay Stewardship Fund. The funding supports 72 grants across New York, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, West Virginia, and Washington, D.C. It is expected to leverage an additional $31 million in matching funds, bringing the total conservation impact to roughly $75 million. The funding targets critical water quality improvement. Projects aim to reduce nitrogen pollution by 1 million pounds per year, phosphorus by 67,000 pounds, and sediment by more than 78 million pounds annually. Habitat restoration is another priority. Plans include restoring 75 miles of riparian forest buffers to filter runoff, 290 acres of wetlands and marsh, and installing 45 miles of livestock exclusion fencing to protect sensitive headwater streams. Agricultural best management will cover more than 120,000 acres, adopting improved practices such as cover crops. The program is also expected to have a massive economic impact, supporting over 700 specialized restoration jobs. In addition, it will engage more than 3,300 volunteers, building a legacy of stewardship for future generations. The Chesapeake Bay Watershed spans 64,000 square miles. Rainfall in New York and Pennsylvania flows through rivers like the Susquehanna and the Potomac before reaching the bay. That is why EPA and NFWF prioritize headwater states, stopping pollution before it reaches the estuary. But even historic funding faces growing pressure from development, agricultural demand, and climate-driven flooding across the region. Increasingly frequent storms and flooding are testing the limits of our current infrastructure and conservation efforts. $44 million is a major investment, but in a watershed this large, long-term success depends on sustained action across all 6 states. The commitment shown today is a significant step, but the journey to a restored Chesapeake remains a collaborative, multi-generational challenge. Subscribe to River Realm Life for weekly Chesapeake Bay watershed news and in-depth investigative reports.